It is the week of February 25th, 2020. My name is Xavier.
And my name is Malin. Welcome to your Ruth Fisher News.
Last week in the city of Plymouth, Massachusetts, about an hour south of Boston, the famous Plymouth Rock was vandalized. The original landing sites of pilgrims aboard the Mayflower was spray painted with a bunch of letters and numbers. Local police right now are not exactly sure what it means or who may have done it, but it is safe to say that many people are very upset that someone would be so disrespectful to such a famous piece of American history. What makes it worse is that the city of Plymouth is preparing for the 400th anniversary celebration later this year to mark the 1620th landing. Hopefully someone will come forward with some info that will lead to the arrest in this case.
Wildlife World Zoo in Litchfield Park is home to a brand new baby pygmy hippo. Pygmy hippos are very rare creatures and will not grow up to be taller than 2 feet and only weigh about 500 pounds. They are believed to be less than 3,000 of them left in the world. This baby hippo is only a couple months old but seems to be happy at the zoo. They are nocturnal creatures, so sometimes it might be hard to catch a glimpse of them while you are there. But if you do, chances are that they'll be munching on some lettuce or fruit, as pygmy hippos are herbivores. Now let's go over to Mr. Dobish with a weekly update.
Good morning, Ruth Fisher Colts. Welcome to another week here on campus. A couple of short announcements from me this time. First off, one of the important things at school is you got to be here. So looking at attendance, we could do a better job making sure you're here every single day. And that starts with making sure you wake up on time and get on that bus. The bus will get you here on time and your parents don't have to drive you. It's called the school bus. Use it. Another kind of thing, we have only 2 weeks until the end of the quarter. So make sure you're getting your work in, you're doing the best of your ability, and that it's getting done and turned in. Don't just keep it on your computer, but actually turn in your work. Don't lose it in your backpack. Find it, turn it in. If you need help, ask your teachers. They're going to help you out. Make sure you're successful here at Ruth Fisher Middle School. And with the end of the quarter, we also have the Galileo test coming up, starting in about 2.5 weeks also. So your teachers are getting you prepared for the Galileo test. That'll be the end of a couple weeks, I think the 7th or something like that. But we'll put those dates out to you next week, but it's coming up, so be ready. So again, do your best every single day and make sure you are following our expectations around campus. Have a great week.
Thank you, Mr. Dobish. Let's go to sports with Alyssa and Danny.
Hello and welcome back to Sports. My name is Danny.
Hey, my name's Alyssa. In NBA news, the Suns won 1 game and lost 1 game going into the All-Star break weekend last week. Hopefully the rest will help get the team get back on track going into the final stretch of the season. The Coyotes won back-to-back games last week for the first time in over a month, beating the Capitals and the Islanders both at home. The Coyotes need to keep winning if they want to stay in a playoff spot.
Last week marked the start of the NASCAR season, and the race ended with a very scary scene. Driver Ryan Newman skidded across the finish line in a fiery wreck at the Daytona 500. He's in serious condition, but is expected to be okay. That's all for sports. See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Here's Tyler with entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment News. My name is Tyler. The 32nd Annual Renaissance Festival is underway out in Gold Canyon. It runs every weekend through the end of March. It is returning with all of its most popular acts like the Jousters, the Tortuga Twins, and Don Juan and Miguel. Each weekend has a different theme like Pirate Invasion, Time Traveler Weekend, and Celtic Weekend. Tickets are between $18 and $28, but you can get a discount by buying them online or at Fry's Food Stores. That's all for your entertainment news. See you next time.
Thanks, Tyler. Let's go to the Candace and Liana with Joke of the Week.
Welcome to Joke of the Week. My name is Eliana.
And I'm Candace.
And today we have Hannah from Miss Ryan's homeroom. So Hannah, what's your joke? Why do people tell actors to break a leg?
I don't know, why do people tell actors to break their leg?
Because every play has a cast. Great joke. Here on Joke of the Week, we want to hear your joke.
If you have a joke and would like to be on the news, go to the link down below. See you next time.
Girls. Let's go over to Ryan Kurt with Fun Fact Trivia.
Welcome to Fun Fact
Fact Trivia. My name is Ryan.
And my name is Kurt.
This Tuesday, February 25th, is National Clam Chowder Day. It is a day we get to celebrate with a bowl of delicious wormfish soup.
New England clam chowder is the traditional creamy white soup people think of when they hear clam chowder. The Manhattan variety is bred with and made with tomatoes. Until 1919, New England clam chowder was the only clam chowder in existence. Your question today is, how many regional variations of clam chowder are currently recognized in the United States?
A5.
B9.
C13.
You have 10 seconds to decide which one is correct.
If you said B9, you are correct. They are New England, Manhattan, Rhode Island, Delaware, New Jersey, Hatteras, Minnecorn, Long Island, and Puget Sound clam chowder.
They all consist of either a cream, tomato, or clear broth base. That's all for Fun Fact Trivia.
See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Let's go with Justice and Matthew with Science Time.
Hello, welcome to Science Time. My name is Justice.
My name is Matthew.
Scientists have discovered new fossil evidence that points to the possibility that some dinosaurs may have been warm-blooded. Usually when we think about dinosaurs, we think of reptiles, and reptiles are cold-blooded, meaning that they cannot create their own body heat. It instead varies based on their environment. We also know that birds evolved from dinosaurs, and birds are warm-blooded.
Scientists have wondered for a long time where that future began. Scientists were studying a bunch of fossilized dinosaur eggs and were comparing cell structure, size, and compactness of the egg cells and found many similarities between those fossils and those of modern birds. This process is very similar to how scientists can get environmental data from examining the rings of a tree. Further tests will be needed, but the initial results are exciting. That is all for Science Time. See you next week.
Thanks, guys. Let's go over to Michael with Word of the Week.
Welcome to Word of the Week. My name is Michael. This Word of the Week is controversial. Controversial is a adjective and means giving rise to public disagreement. Here is how you could use it in a sentence. The referee made a very controversial call that may have changed the outcome of the game. See you next time on Word of the Week.
Thanks, Michael. Let's go with Chris and Jeremy with This Week in History.
Hello and welcome to This Week in History. My name is Jeremy.
And I am Chris.
On this day, February 25th, 1870, Hiram Rhodes Revels became the first African American ever to be elected to Congress. He was a Republican from Natchez, Mississippi in 1867. The Reconstruction Act granted voting rights to all males regardless of race.
Although African American Republicans never obtained political office in proportion to their overwhelming election majority, rebels and some 15 other African American men served in Congress during Reconstruction. More than 600 served in state legislators, and hundreds of African American held local office. That is all for this week. See you next time. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Here's Toby and Thomas with Weird News.
Welcome to Weird News. My name is Toby.
And my name is Thomas. We have a couple of weird facts for you today. We know that people think crazy things under pressure, but this is crazy. According to several history articles, during World War II, Nazi commanders wanted their soldiers to eat warm camel poop. They ate it to help cure dysentery.
The second weird fact is that 374 million years ago, there was trees that were hollow on the inside. In today's standards, they should not grow, but they did. They would tear themselves apart, and then cells would go up and repair the damage.
That's all for Weird News. See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Now for a few announcements. Good luck to the girls basketball team who's going to be playing their final games of the season this week.
Congratulations to the Vex Robotics team for competing in the state finals this weekend.
Odyssey of the Mind will be selling candy and snacks this Wednesday.
Vex Robotics will be selling candy this Thursday too.
That's all for your Fisher News.
See you next time.
Go Colts!